Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Manor Lords. I'm very good if you join and stick around to our beautiful epic mountain map. We're still on the first territory here, really, right? Sleepy Hollow, that is the central spot that we have. And it's May. Good May. Yeah, harvests are coming in soon. The city is looking fine right now. The bread from last year is kicking in, so we got lots of that. Over 100 bread right now. Finally, life is livable, and also lots of fuel. Now we are growing towards 150 people right now. My approval rating is fine. We reduced taxation, so this should hopefully add now something. Also, church level, right? Since we have upgraded church, we're getting a bonus here now, and this will lead to more approval rating since we have that stone church now. And it's a small stone church. I wonder where's the big one, please. The developer should really hurry up with that. I want to have a beautiful big cathedral in the center of my city at some point. Now, city development wise, we have 13 living spaces available, so I'm not going to expand any further for now. We rather should wait for people to move in, and yeah, otherwise we would have too much open space or too much empty space actually. When I look at my commodities, basically everything is fine. We're definitely producing too many small shields. 160 we have right now. How the hell do we amass this one here? Of course, I don't have a production limit, right? That should be set at 50 max. I could switch to the large shields for now. Let's make a production limit here of 40 or something. This is just arbitrary, I know. There's also the wooden parts that would help out. One thing I would like to start with here at some point now is the brewery. So we don't have a family in here at the moment. We have 49 malt though, so we do need to have a brewery somewhere over here. And I'm looking at this prime location here. This is level 1 still. Let's go ahead and upgrade it to level 2. So those guys here will become artisans. Level 2 here we have as well. And these guys, is there someone living in that? Oh yeah, there's someone living in those houses here. We'll also like to start upgrading some of them eventually now, because that's also paying me taxes then, and of course adds towards my general city development that we want to continue. That's my manor houses in the back here with the gold sheds, so we want to continue with that as well here, right? So because that's already adding a lot, by the way. That's the meat coming in, and also very important, look at that, we have 126 leather right now. That's because we're getting a lot of hides in thanks to my goatees. Also, there's someone permanently working at the tannery. This is important, right? We never want to run out of leather anymore. Burgage Part 2 has been finished, so now we can add the brewery expansion right here instead of the chicken coop. And there it is. We still have the extension here too, the living space. We could double, but of course right now we don't need that. Right now what I care about here is the beer production that is started now. So those people are getting now the malt that we already have and produce ale. There's a fire? Really? There's a fire. My boy's workshop is on fire. Look at that. Rush for your lives. I mean, there is a huge lake just beside that, so you might want to get the water from there. But the well is also close enough. Could be fine. The most important thing is that the boyer artisan is continuing his work. We'll just see. Oh no! Oh, it took some damage. Look at that. Like, it needs to be completely rebuilt, it seems. Interesting. That's a shock. I guess he had the right insurance and is able to afford the whole thing here. Yeah, it's the boyer workshop again. Perfect. Now the ale is in. The only thing that's missing now is that we assign someone to the small tavern. There's only room for one person, for one family that is working now. They're transporting in the ale now from the brewery over here, hopefully. And then supply. So Kunrad, Nickel and Ankness, these are now my tavern keepers of Sleepy Hollow, and they're going to provide now ale. There's a reserve that you can potentially go for, but I don't see the reason for that, so we're just going to use it now, right, whenever we have ale. And with that, entertainment supply is kicking in the first 14%. This goes higher now the more ale comes in. And yeah, with that, we're finally able to upgrade to tier 3 our first houses. And it's going to be the high density ones right here in the town center. 1, 2, and yeah, let's also have the brewery upgraded to tier 3 right away. And this is important because with that we reach a new step here. Oh no, I need 2 more level 2 burgage plots as well. So let's just check it out where we could upgrade. Here in the center probably. This one and this one to tier 2 as well. Those are gonna be some beautiful houses. And with that we should reach the small town status. And yeah, it's quite the expansion that we have here. Especially the brewery is going to be huge. Look at that. Like those are small ones, right? These are the dense ones, you could say. And this is the big one. This is the brewery that you can see from afar already. And yeah, those are some beautiful tall buildings that we have now. And with that, we've also leveled up to small town. So next would be medium town then. But for now, we can use another point. Now, once again, it's the decision where we want to go with. I think we only have 2 points left that we can spend in total, right? So charcoal burning is just very tempting because we have the charcoal out of the firewood. This saves me a lot of logs down the road, but logs is something that we get endlessly, right? So it's not super important to me. We don't have berries. The hunter is not important because the goats take over the traps here with the meat. The sheep breeding is really not important since we do get the flax anyway at some point. Heavy plow is something that is important. The trading here is completely negligible, so this basically gives you a card where you can import firewood or bread, right? This is not something. And then we basically have those points here left. So for me, it is of course the rye cultivation, because with that, we really can push the settlement to new levels population-wise. Rye is just so much more fertile and so much more impactful to your overall bread production that it is my go-to here. So bread it is. And with that, what we can do now is we can switch any kind of wheat that we have so far to rye. And look at that, where there's wheat 69% fertility, we're now pushing to 100% fertility on the rye here, for example. Here it is rye with 100%. Here it is rye with 100%. Here it is rye with 100%. Basically, that's a huge difference, right? Going to make this here too. That's only 90%, but it's okay. Here we have wheat to 100% again, and here we have wheat to rye 94%. So that's gonna make a difference. I would also like to add another field here once again. Yeah, I mean it looks nice, this area here, right? But we gotta be honest here. We need food, and we're going to need a lot more food in the future. So goodbye trees. There's gonna be a new field here. That's going to be once again rye cultivation. I might try 2 times rye on this one and just see how it affects fertility over the years. Since rye is so powerful, perhaps we are not even losing any fertility in this case. That would be something. We still have trees, right? There's new trees here popping hopefully. And I want to also look at that, the wild animal is full. Oh, moving the hunting camp actually led to no hunters here. I was already wondering where my meat is going. So in that case, there's like 20 deer to slaughter. Go ahead. Yeah, since taxes play a vital role, probably should also have a taxation office or something like that. So let's have this one. Yeah, probably here. Unfortunately, you can only build one of these because, of course, there's then no symmetry. And here we do have the wall then coming along. So yeah, it's something that I don't like a lot right now. So it's still under lots of... Oh, we could make it like so. Lots of development here. So let's just have it here, and then we have a little plaza there in front of it. And let's commit to this construction. So this is going to be 4 more timber that we need. Purely cosmetic zone for now, but it makes sense to me at this point to have a taxation office. And speaking about taxation, we have enough money, so let's boost my retinue again. These guys here. All the way to 12. And then we can also start upgrading them, right? So this will lead them to not only looking absolutely fantastic, I mean, look at them, but also it, of course, offers more armor, more protection. And I'm totally ready for Henry and his adventures when I look at those beasties here. Oh, he's going original. That helmet looks very strange. This looks better. Looks like a rat. And yeah, let's just upgrade all of them. This is the best helmet, I think, in my opinion. And I mean, this is probably a good one for if you're heated, right? Like, I'm constantly sweating, so in this case here, that's probably the best helmet for me. Now, in this case, we have 12. We can still push this one beyond. But for now, it's fine with 12 that we have. They're also upgraded, so this is a really powerful unit. Now, I gotta be careful here. In 160 days, the next taxation is coming in. Plenty of time, though. But of course, it's getting tight then with the mercenaries. I would like to keep my approval up right now, so we can really get some more people in. Pushing towards 200 now would be my goal. Now, there's also something new that I would like to use, and that is the overstock mechanic. So right now, as we can see, we have 5 families for the granary and 5 families for the storehouse. This leads to around 90% coverage right now of the city. And if I push this overstock, we'll just see where it goes, right? Because according to this one here, workers will deliver extra resources to the burgage plots. This may help reduce supply fluctuations caused by lengthy logistics, travel times in large towns. We'll just see. New family started moving into a plot 3. Ooh. Yeah, those plot 3 have a second room, right? So there's 2 families that can reside in here. This market is still not being used. Probably the case when I build a second granary and storehouse, which at some point we'll have to do anyway. Oh yeah, especially my storehouse is getting quite full here. Outside of that, let's also add the last family now to storehouse and granary. At this point, I would also like to expand my manor now for the first time a bit, so we can have outer towers, provides garrison space, garrison units and villagers shoot projectiles at approaching enemies. And this one here is also expanding then the range of this manor house here, right, of this manor area. Which we need for building then a proper wall. So in that case, we can have the first tower then somewhere here, just where the elevation goes down then, right? Somewhere here. And then I would like to, of course, also grow towards this here, which is my major entrance into the village. But they're very expensive, these towers there, right? So that's 20 logs we need to pay already for those 2, which is a huge commitment. That's going to be quite a lot. And with that, we have then a tower here. Not quite overlooking it yet, right? But there will be another one then probably like this, which makes the most sense to me, so that we can also shoot down on the enemies. There will be no way, though, that I can probably most likely engulf this and this area at the same time. It's just too stretched. So I'm probably focusing on this area here with defenses, since this is where most enemies are coming in. With a bunch of towers and stuff like that. Yeah. A wall is cosmetic. Of course, we're going to add one, but it doesn't really add anything beyond that. The enemies are just never really strong enough for walls. At least not for now. Speaking about stronger enemies, right now we're still working with archers primarily. I would at some point, of course, also move towards crossbowmen. And for this, we have the money to start some trading again for the iron slab. So let's start importing that again. And the iron slab we can then use at the local blacksmith, there it is, to produce iron parts. And iron parts, let's make a production limit here. Let's say 20 is the max that I want to go ahead with that. And then we just need my bowyer's workshop, that instead of bows, because let's face it, we have way too many bows anyway. I mean, we're selling them as well. Oh, wait a second. I could have a second bow production up and running, of course. Let's start with the iron parts production for now. Let's just see how far it goes. And then we can start with crossbows. And holy cow, crossbowmen are really powerful. In that case, let's continue though with the bow production meantime, because it's my export good number 1. I think, still. Right? No, fish is my export good number 1. Bow is actually over there, right? It's more profitable than planks, of course. But fish is the primary one. Do we have anything else we could sell? Fish, firewood I'm not selling, it's too important. Leather is too limited. Right, the same goes with shoes. Roof tiles is out now, so we have 130 roof tiles left, but that clay deposit down here is gone, right? I mean, there's still 2 more, so let's assign a family that gets the remaining 2, but that's it then. So I'm also not going to sell my roof tiles. Okay, so getting all the timber over there is going to take some time. We have 4 oxen. They're already doing the heavy lifting here, but it's still gonna take, of course, some time. Oh, come on, really? The next claim? It's too often. Like, it's every year there's 1 claim. Year 7 we have now. Tax-wise, ooh, shush. Yeah, it's under construction. I cannot raise my taxes for now, so we're stuck at 10%. Because right now I would like to get a bit of taxes in. Royal tax payment in 60 days. So mercenaries will be hard to justify right now. Perhaps 1 mercenary group that is not too expensive. Yeah, this one here, the Flock of the Crazy Geese, looks the best option to me because it's a balanced mix of everything. Let's go ahead and sign them and get those people over. I mean, he's attacking in winter. Who is attacking in winter? Only the Baron can be that stupid. You never attack in winter. Gonna keep the rest here available. Look at that. We're fully equipped here. So I could, in fact, have another army going. Could have more halberds, honestly. I could also go for these militia footmen here since we have the sidearms. Let's go ahead and do this. We got the 15 right away, so that's the maximum amount of weapons I have for this unit. But it's, I think, a very weak unit, so we can disband them again anytime soon. The construction is coming along. The attack is gone. I had to reload the game because of a bug, and the attack is gone, but it's not disappeared, right? It's going to trigger again, of course. And in this case here, the construction comes along at least. Oh, I can already hear the cries that I'm cheating here and exploiting mechanics. No, of course not. That attack is coming. There is no way for me to avoid it. And I think the windmill is looking again. It wasn't a very good harvest though. And we have, by the way, 14 iron parts in already. That was fast. So with that, I am going to stop now my bow production for now and start with the crossbows. This is consuming now planks and the iron parts then. And we're going to say make a maximum of, yeah, 36, which is I think a full unit, right? And that's it. Okay, the manor expansion was finished, so we have those 2 towers now. So I guess the people that are living in here are going to man them at some point to shoot down on the enemy. Something like that. Honestly, I've never used them before, so we'll just see how they actually fare in combat. Of course, they're too far away from any kind of entry point. I mean, of course, when the enemy tries to flank me from now on, I'll be a bit more protected. That's the upside of this. And as expected, there's the claim just a month later, so he's going to come for us now again. So let's go ahead, resolve the claim on the battlefield. Where are my mercenaries? There they are. Where's the Baron? There he is. Okay. It's actually a normal attack. There is the archer. There's the polearm units. And let's raise my soldiers. It's winter, so they shouldn't be too busy right now. Yeah, some 2 crossbows are already in. Gonna be great. It's gonna be the most fun thing with the crossbows. This battle though will be fought without any crossbows. Okay, the archers are trying to flank me again. Let's just check it out here real quick. What's going on? How can I... Can I station those towers? No, I can't do that, right? They're being stationed automatically, I think. How can we use these towers? Oh, clicking on that also doesn't do anything. We'll just see. Let's go ahead and station my retinue, of course, here in the forefront, together with my melee units, and have the archers then over here somewhere shooting down again. Even though, of course, as we know by now, they can also be shot at. There's my mercenaries coming in. They're going to stay right here at the front of the whole thing. Okay, he's moving now in full force. We got 4 archer units. That should be fine, really. We could also say spread out a bit. Do that well. They have this already. Yeah, and also missile alert. So soldiers watch for enemy missiles. Chance to avoid or block enemy missiles is doubled. So as they're going to get attacked, of course, that's important. And these guys here will stand their ground. So soldiers try to stand their ground. Defense is doubled, but attack frequency is halved. That's fine for me, as the archers are doing the main lifting here. We just gotta watch out to not get flanked by melee units. That's the most important thing. So there's the attack now. In winter, I mean, yeah. Whatever. And already? No, no one is dying yet. I wonder how that works. They're always just rushing here at the outermost edge, right, where they can do it. So in theory, I should in the future just put everyone here. Like, what is that? No one is engaged in combat? No. Attack. There are the other archers. I think they're already trying to shoot at me. I have no idea what you're doing here. Hiking or what? On the cliffs, it seems. Very good. First one's down. It's actually pretty important that we destroy the retinue here, because they're really strong. Enemy archers? There they are, trying to shoot on me now. It's just unfair, of course, that they can do this, clipping through the rocks, but what can you do about it? The retinue has been disbanded now too, so now we can really focus these archers here. Perhaps those guys? Perhaps you are going in for the attack? We'll just see. It's really just taking them down now. Yeah, they are not even trying anymore. Even though this could lead to some casualties. Come on. There you go. And who's giving up? I mean, once again, those archers are just ridiculously powerful. You know, we're fighting here archers with pole arms in melee combat, and the archers are strong. Holy cow. Alright. Let's head back. Now, we haven't lost any retinue. I'm going to disband my normal units again so they can continue their work. I'm going to keep the mercenaries though for now. Right. And my retinue. So we need to keep at least those guys here active. And we'll just see what happens. Perhaps he doesn't attack anymore. I hope so, at least. 80 barrels again. Have a look at my corpse pit over here. Let's assign 3 people. Let's make it 4 right away to speed it up. I don't want to have that penalty here kicking in too long. And since money is no problem, let's also reduce taxes again. Growth is more important because the more people you have, the more money you get in out of taxes. Since we have the builders, let's continue with another high density block here. They're looking into the wrong direction. I think we need to make it like so, and then we can add them here. Too small? Looks fine. There you go. This is working out. And then we can have normal plots again here. This is probably also going to be high density, but high density with some construction here in the back, right? So that we at least have the possibility of having artisans here, because these blocks here, they have no ability to add any kind of production to them. So they're really just city buildings. These here are a bit different. Right, so they can also produce. And the ones with the garden are a bit further outside. But that's already lots of housing. And these are the last ones, right? Because I don't really like the economic, useless, high-density blocks here. But they just make sense in the city center, honestly. But they're not good for the economy. Because we are not getting anything out of them other than people living in them. These here are producing, right? That's the important thing, really. Okay, 47 iron parts. We have way too many anyway at this point. Should I stop the import of iron slab? Or I just stop the production of iron parts again? Because we really have way too much of them now. And I'm moving back to... yeah, pole arms. For the weapons there. Even though we have pole arms, but I love them. Or, wait a second, we're going to make spears to make high defense units there as well. I don't like the militia footmen really. So I'm going to switch to spears. And we're going to make that. And let's just say 40 is the max. Since I don't want to deplete all my resources. That's that. And at the boy's workshop, he will be busy. We got 36. 8 right now. Paid the royal taxes. They have increased again to 340 now. And the Baron is launching a second attack. As expected. So my archers, of course, still keep. Oh, we lost a lot of footmen there. I don't have the right equipment for all of them anymore, though. So I hope that we get some more spears out. Other than that, we should be fine. Should I just hire some more? Nah, we should be fine, honestly, if I flank them again. So he's basically always using the same tactic. I wonder if it changes once we move to another territory then. This time, though, he's rushing a bit more to flank us. Very good. They're actually attacking my mercenaries. That's what I was hoping here. Let's focus the retinue. Yeah, there's also some going down already, so this should be fine. No idea how we can staff those houses though, those towers. Because they're also not shooting and the people living in here are also not doing anything. So, there's also no option. Okay, the archers are gone. That means more firepower here, but it's really not looking that great here. My retinue is going down like crazy. Dude, please. Okay. Yeah, that was actually really dangerous here. Okay, broken again. But holy cow, look at my retinue. Down to 2. And my militia footman is completely gone. Yeah, with that we lost some people. And this is broken now too. I hope he's not launching another attack. We'll need mercenaries then. I still have my 2 mercenaries. I can disband the archers and the polearm units again. As, yeah, it's an important season really for work on the fields. 16 days, that should be fine. My poor retinues, that's them. That's going to be costly. Getting those guys up on again. And yeah, my corpse bearers, they're going to have some fun here too. Unfortunately, I can't get the equipment. If there's another attack now, then we will have pretty much big problem on our foot here. We'll just see about that. For now, let's wait for people to come in again to grow, and then we continue onwards the next episode. Stay tuned.